Hey everyone, this is Mike from Real Life Counseling, and today we're going to talk about a quote from Kanye West, who said, "I refuse to accept other people's ideas of happiness for me, as if there's a one-size-fits-all standard for happiness." And he's absolutely correct. First of all, you cannot decide what's happiness for you based on what other people think. There are so many examples, so many stories of people trying to meet someone else's definition and standard of what would make that other person happy. Usually it's your parents. Your parents decide this is what's going to be right for you, this is what's going to make you happy. Sometimes it's teachers. Teachers will tell you, don't pursue that dream, it's an unrealistic dream. Do this instead. Do the standard. Do the safe thing. Now, some teachers will say, and some parents will say, while pursuing your dream, also have this backup, and that's not always so terrible. It's kind of like hedging your bets a little bit. Very often, it's society. It's the standards of society. You have to be rich and famous, and successful to be happy, and actually, that's not true at all. There have been a number of studies that have shown that money does not equate to happiness. As long as you have a minimum amount to live, having a lot more does not necessarily increase your happiness. You have to define for yourself what's happy. Viktor Frankl, the founder of logotherapy, said that we all have a will to meaning, that we have a desire to have meaning and purpose in our lives. But we have to decide what that meaning and purpose is. What would make us happy? What will make us fulfilled? What will make us satisfied? It's okay to ask other people their opinions, but they don't determine for us what's going to make us happy. What makes one person happy is not going to make another person happy. And there is no one-size-fits-all. As many people as there are in the world, are as many definitions of happiness. And very often we get ourselves in trouble when we try to meet someone else's standard and definition of happiness. So one of the things that you can do is decide, well, what makes you happy? And one of the techniques people say is when you're daydreaming, when you're at work or at school and you're thinking about something else, that could be a clue as to what makes you happy. Where you spend your time, where you daydream, when you're kind of off in your own world, whether it's thinking about doing something exciting, working with animals, working with kids, being an actor or an actress or a musician or something creative, even video games. If you are into video game design and things like that, where your mind wanders, very often that can be an indication of where your passion lies. Clearly, there are things in life that make you more happy than others. Now, look, in every job, there are parts of the job and parts of life that are boring, that are not happy, that are routine, that are things that we just have to do. But that's just a part of it. You want to spend your life doing things that give you pleasure, that make you happy, that give you joy in your life. And what happens to one person to give them joy is not going to happen to you. So find what it is that you're passionate about, that you love, that you're excited about, where your mind wanders when you're doing something that maybe is not so exciting. There are also different career polls and worksheets that you can use to find out, what do you think you'd be good at? What do you like? Talk to a career counselor. So there are ways of finding out maybe what kind of career you'd like, or even hobbies. There are all sorts of sports teams. There are meetups that you can do to pursue things that maybe you have more of a hobby or leisure time that gives you happiness. Having season tickets to a sports team. So those things, socializing, getting together with people. So whatever it is that gives you happiness, you can find it. There are ways of determining what really makes you happy. If it's not intuitive, most of the time it is intuitive. We know what we like. We know what makes us happy. That's why there are also, by the way, internships. Some people say, oh, I think being a lawyer would make me happy. And then they do an internship in a law firm and they hate it, right? or they try acting. Maybe they do some background work in a movie, and they say, this is not for me, this is boring, I don't want anything to do with it. So you can also try different things to find out what makes you happy. But like Kanye says, there is no one size fits all. And don't let someone else's ideas for happiness determine what's going to make you happy. All right, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to be a subscriber, please do. Please join our family here. And if you want notifications of when new videos come out, please hit the bell button. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.